What you see here is our PhycoSens, one of our new instruments from the series of Phyco instrument that we use for the determination of cyanobacteria and microalgae. And additionally, we can determine the content of the Phycocyanin, which is a proxy for probably existing biotoxin released from the cyanobacteria. So what you see here is the heart of the instrument. It is the sensor which determines the algae inside of a cell, and this is mounted to a housing here on this side, where inside is a PC. You can see here the screen of the PC and also the control about the instrument, where you can do everything which is needed to steer this instrument. We have here two USB outputs, but this is not all what we can show. I will direct you now to the pump. Here you can see a peristaltic pump which transports the water from the river or from the sampling place into the sensor where the algae are measured. And this pump is of course controlled by the PC. On this side you see the main components, for example, that we have here the switch on off, and we have here several ports and a connector to outer devices, for example for transport of the data to a control center. As you can see, the instrument is here on a desk, but of course it can be also mounted to the wall, for example inside of a measuring station. Then because this instrument is a clear flow-through instrument which takes the information of the water quality all the time. We now want to show you the capabilities of the PhycoSens. So we have here culture of cyanobacteria. This is the Nichococcus leopoldiensis, prepared in our laboratory and diluted here inside this flask with water from the river. And we determine the amount of cyanobacteria which are in this solution. You can see this here as the concentration of the cyanobacteria, and a certain amount, the blue line above this, is the amount of unbound Phycocyanin, which is rather high. This means that we have stressed these cyanobacteria because we used the water to dilute them, and of course they react on the change of the medium. In the upper part you can see here the so-called GENTI, also the time course of it. It means the capacity to perform photosynthesis, or in scientific words we call it the maximum quantum yield, which tells us something about the efficiency, how the light can be used in photosynthesis. On the right side we see the list of the values which were obtained during these measurements, and we see here the total chlorophyll concentration, the green algae which are 0 at this moment, and then we have here the blue greens which I added to an amount of about 50 microgram per liter, and we also see the dynamics of the GENTI. It is slowly decreasing because of the change of the medium. Here we have this last single words in a larger version shown the value that are obtained from the last measurement. And here in front we have also the progress of the measurement. As we can see here, a so-called FM measurement, where you used a different light regime to determine the different parameters.